All right. We are off on to our next match. Thank you guys for tuning in, I guess. It's cool kids say. We have John Driver of 552 and John Eddy of 456. John going to 4 and John going to 6. John Driver's going to 6. John Eddy's going to 4. Every 40 points in this tournament is a one-game spot. They're between 80 and 120 points, so that makes this a 6-4 race. This is a winner side match, I believe. Both these guys on the top side. I believe that's what we've been doing all day. A little too thick on that cut. Left John a chance. If John Eddy a chance. I don't know. I'm going to have to come up with some nicknames. I can't keep saying John all day. This is going to drive me nuts. Don't know if the 3 passes the 4 all the way up. If it doesn't, he's got a good chance to play safe and stick that cue ball behind that 4. Yeah. He's trying to force his cue ball up there a little bit closer to the 3. Didn't quite get there. Leaving John, well, we'll see if we can make it. Driver trying to, masse this ball, make the 2. Now, the 3 is always going to pose an issue, though. It may pass all the way up. If it does, there is a slight chance they can get out from here. The balls don't lay terrible. They don't lay good. But a lot of cue ball movement. Oh, he was able to get above the 3. That's a good shot. I was thinking of the shot prior. Really good shot. But the 5 to the 6. So it's the 4 to the 5. And the 5 to the 6 is going to be the biggest problem. Of course, you got to make the 3 first here. Yeah. Got to make the 3 first. Move the 4 ball into a different position. The 4 is further away from the 5, making the 5 more difficult to get on. If you guys haven't been watching prior, so this tournament is a 560 and under. It's the 3rd stop of our amateur tour, I believe. All these guys competing for that big $1,920 check. Got my eyes on a few of these guys that have been playing specifically well. The first match we saw today was Philip. He did get knocked to the backside. Don't believe he's still in the tournament. He may have been knocked out. I'm not sure. But Philip was playing impressively well. The guy at the table right now, John Driver, he's been playing well the last 3 to 6 months or so. He's always played well, but played increasingly well the last few months. Almost always making it to day 2. Haven't seen John Eddy play before. I know John Driver is an Arizona guy. Haven't seen John Eddy. Get to see a little bit of a look of his game. He's obviously on the top side. He's made it this far. Very seldom are these guys here by accident. We'll see what he does well. What's brought him to this part of the tournament. Good shot there. Good angle. Left himself plenty of angle to get to the 6. Just don't want the 7 or 9 to get in your life on the way over there. Specifically the 9. Oh, I think he hit that one. I think he hit that one a little, well, not quite sure. Pace on that ball wasn't great. Even had he made it, he left himself really steep on the 6. And John's looking at it from which angle he can cheat this pocket and try to bring the cue all the way up. He's afraid maybe the point comes into play if he tries to cut it to his right or left. Bring the cue all the way up. There is the option to go real first here. I think that's an incredibly difficult shot. He executed it perfect. He did exactly that. A really good shot there. That was nothing about that was easy. Is there a bracket? Yes, there is a bracket. You can go to Donkey Pool Productions. You can, Tim has it posted in there. You can go to Digital Pool, search 560 and under, and find us that way. However you want to do it. 42 players in this tournament. Good shot there. I punched that ball out just enough. Really didn't have an angle. Had to manufacture an angle there to get above the 7. Hit it well. This is one of the guys I think we should pay attention to moving forward through this tournament. You know, it is bar box 9 ball. A lot of these guys play well in this format, but John's playing specifically well recently. One of the guys to watch out for. Got the cut in the corner. The ball might be coming around the table a little bit. Good shot. Really good shot there. Early lead for Mr. Driver. 1-0. John going to 6. Hasn't quite faded that 2-game handicap quite yet. Dug into it a little bit. John Eddie going to 4. John going to 6. Needing 5 more. You haven't seen a lot of John Driver's game. I have. He's a very very methodical shooter. Very deliberate in his approach. Likes to plan his patterns well. He's one of those 100%ers. He doesn't shoot a shot until he's 100% confident in it or 100% decided on what's the right option in the scenario. Good break there. 1 in the side, 8 in the corner, 4 in the corner. And a look on the 2. What a great break that was. I've harped on it a little bit. I'm sorry for talking about it so much. I think it's really important in bar box 9 ball to take control of these racks, especially with these template turtle racks where making a ball in the break proves to be specifically easy. Now it's got a really good chance here. If he can sink this 2 and get a look on the 3, favorite to get out from here. These balls do not lay bad in the slightest. Good shot there. Really good shot there. Not a bad angle on the 3 at all. Like to keep that 9 ball out of his life. That's really the only issue he should have. Oh, a bit too full on that 3 there. Trying to throw it in. I don't know if the deflection got him a little bit there, but Mr. Eddie's gonna play a safe here, probably. Trying to put the cue ball using the 6 and the 7. Oh, he went with the bank shot. Great shot. It's as quick as he got down on it. I thought he was trying to play safe. He had a good wall of balls there with the 6-7. He went for the bank shot. Got a little funny on the 5. A lot funny on the 5. But like I said earlier, the balls don't lay bad. I don't mind him being aggressive on that bank shot. As good as the balls lay, he's got a good chance to run out if he, no, that's not going to get it done there. But had he gotten better on that 5, he would have had a real good chance to run those out. Curious to see John's thought process here. I think you can run into the 6, kind of just nudge the 6 up the rail a little bit. Put your cue ball on that rail and shoot the 6 all the way up. Or you could just slow roll the 5 into the side pocket, shoot the 6 all the way up. Your choice here. Oh, he made them both. Good shot. There's a couple different ways to get on this 9. He's just trying to figure out which one's the highest percentage for him. They're hard. Don't know. Yeah. Wasn't sure if his intention was to leave it on the side at the pace he played it or he just overhit it. I don't mind leaving it on the side if that was your intention, but he seemed pretty frustrated from as soon as he stroked that ball. Maybe really overamped that one a bit. Right into the rail there. Yeah. Looks like that one's gonna go to John Eddie. Score's gonna be 1-1. Those are the ones as a higher rated player. When you're spotting games, those are the ones that you really gotta make. He knows it. See if it comes into play later. 1-1. That could have been the difference between 2-0. But those shots, when you're giving up some weight and you get late in the rack, you really don't want to hand any of them over. Marco really comes into play with your ability to control the table. When you make late mistakes, it's almost like gifting them another game. This is day 1 of the 560 and under amateur tour, stop number 3 at Griff's. This is where a majority of the action happens. There's 42 players. Anticipate only 8 will come back tomorrow. That means 36 players getting knocked out today. At least that's Tim's intention. I think worst case scenario, we can bring back 12 tomorrow if it doesn't run well, but the last conversation I had with him, these matches are running pretty quick. Is bar box 9 ball with the turtle rack. They are going quick. Shot there, a bit on the wrong side of this 2. Sometimes here, instead of really doesn't have a great path to leave his cue ball if he chooses not to be aggressive. Sometimes it's worth just maybe making the 2 and playing safe on the 3. See what he has in mind here. Yeah, it looked like he was almost trying to come around the table. The 8 ball was impossible to miss going forward with it. I think he thought he could sneak by there. Didn't quite have the angle for that. Now he's being punished for it. That's why I kind of said maybe, oh, what a shot. Oh my goodness, what a great shot he just hit right there to get himself back in it. But like I said, he got a little funny there. Instead of maybe just making his ball on the side and playing safe on the 2, chose to get a little creative with it. Brought some other balls into play, other variables into play, I guess you could say, and got hooked. Still at the table though. Oh, what a good shot that was. Does have the 5. It is thin enough that I think he can shoot the 8 in the side. Yeah, a bit too focused on shape there, maybe. Real focused on the speed of the cue ball versus maybe pocketing that ball. Tends to happen from time to time. John's happy to see the table. Really doesn't want his opponent going to 4, up 2-1 on him. So it looked like that for a second. Oh. Ah. See what John Eddie's got in store here. He looks like he's looking at the side. He can't hold this cue ball. I don't think he can hold this cue ball. I don't think he can cut in the side and hold the cue ball for the side for the 8. Might have to move this cue ball around a little bit. I'd almost consider maybe shooting this 5 in the corner just for a better cue ball. Yeah. Always the risk there. I think John's peeking at a straight stop shot. Where would the cue ball be? And can I get on the 9 from there if I just stop it? Oh, he's going with the high ball. Let's see where he puts his cue ball to get a good spot for the 9. I had a little bit of an angle there, or he cheated it to get there, whatever. Probably one of the most difficult angles he could have left himself to get on the 9, though. Might have to let it stroke out a little bit. Wonder if he can draw on our side of the side pocket. He's going with a high ball. He's going to try to send this cue ball around 3-4 rails for the 9. Yeah, even though we left him the 8, this cue ball has to go around the table a little bit. Really don't think you can hold this cue ball on this side of the table. He's going to send it around a few rails. Oh, that is brutal. And granted, I think that cue ball was headed towards the 9. Maybe it left him a tough angle, but still much worse than being close to it and playing safe versus maybe being forced to take on this bank shot, which is what he's going to do here. Oh, that ball flattened out a lot. Took a reverse angle on the way back. John's taking a look at it. It's really no problem for him. He's going through the motions here. Is what he does. But this is no problem for him. Good shot. John Driver going up 2-1. Once again, thanks guys for joining us. You can watch us on AZ Pool 15, or you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube. That's just growing, Donkey Pool Productions. We will be multi-streaming to both platforms moving forward. YouTube seems to be a bit more viewer friendly. A lot of people seem to put YouTube up on their TV. I've seen it quite a bit on social media. Family and friends when their family and friends make it further in the tournament, they tend to on day 2 they tend to put it up on the big screen, bring out a couple beers and watch their boy or girl go to work. I think it's fun. All right, 6 ball in the corner here. Let's see the 1 ball. 6 ball in the corner. Scratch on the break. Oh, that is brutal. Getting on the 4 is no easy task, though. Maybe John's savior here. If you're looking for one, I've been in a spot before when you're giving up a little bit of a spot and you're looking for where something can go wrong. The 3 to the 4. It's definitely that spot for me. That's what I'm looking at. Now he's got a little bit of a weird angle on the 2. Yeah, this is what got decent on it. That's what we were wondering right here. Getting good on the 4. Oh my goodness. Oh, as a player, yes, you're happy that you made it, but as a player, you are I mean, as your opponent and player, I promise you, he's not happy to make that ball. He wants to play it out. He wants a fair match, but rules are rules, and we're moving forward. 2-2. John Driver and John Eddie. 4-6 race. Oh my gosh. It's even more brutal that he hooked himself on the 4 had that 9 not dropped. See a break from John Eddie here. Might have to get a ruling on that one. I think it's ball in hand. Yeah. I don't know about that. He hit a ball with the stick. Hit a, maybe worth getting a ruling from Tim. They're not asking him. It's not our spot to say anything, but I do believe. I'm going to confirm with Tim without telling them, but I do believe if you move a ball with your cue, like you keep your cue out there and a ball hits your cue, that's a foul. Maybe you guys can help me out in the comments. If you break, you leave your cue on the table. Object ball comes and hits your cue. Is that a foul? I believe it is. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Caleb. Hey, congratulations on your guys' win. That was fun to watch you guys. You guys played really good. Really fun. Yeah. Might be something I know John on a pretty personal level. Maybe I'll tell him afterwards. Was a foul on that break. It's not like shooting another ball where maybe the cue ball has to cross a path. If you move a ball on the break, it is a foul. That's what it sounds like. A good shot there. Left a pretty, I don't want to say it's simple. Left a one rail escape. It's easy to hit, not easy to make or get safe on though. And the 2-ball's so difficult to get on from here. This is a pretty simple decision for John Driver here. He's gonna absolutely just lock him up on the 4-ball here. Don't think he'll take on this one. Great shot there. Yeah, that's exactly what you need. You want to get that 1 ball a little bit closer to that 2. That way you can do something with it if you get ball in hand, or even if you have to shoot at the 1 again. Maybe he'll break it up. Really smart decision there. I think it was pretty simplistic. I don't think he had to spend too much time on that one. That was pretty cut and dry. Could have made the 1 and played safe on the 2, but why not play safe on the 1 when it provides an easy opportunity? Good shot. Great kick there, and he took care of your problem. It proves to be semi-efficient there. Really productive, especially if you can counter safe him here. He can go 2 ways. He can go to his right side of the 1, or he can go to his left side of the 1. You go to the left side, you have the 2-6 as a blocker. You go to the right side. Maybe you run the 1 into the 2, and the cue ball tracks kind of towards this 8 ball. Try to get safe that way. He's choosing to go to his left side, use the 2-6 as a blocker. Good shot there. The only problem with that is you leave a easy 1-rail escape. Doesn't always yield the best results, but leave an easy hit. Had you gone the other way, and I'm not saying one or the other is right. Had you gone the other way, it's a little bit more difficult to get safe. But that being said, you leave a tougher kick on the 1. Oh, gotta love the slop aspect of this game. One for the bank, didn't get there. Really, really good opportunity for John here. The ball's laid extremely well from here. Maybe the 8 ball being the toughest ball to get on, but really not a problem. He'll have no problem getting on this 2. He got pretty lucky with that one. That was nowhere near his intention to rub the bottom of that 6. Got pretty good there. Curious to see if he tries to draw this back for the 6 on the side. He's got the angle to do it. I think he will. Don't have to. Very tempting as close to 6 to the side as it is. It's a good shot. Like that. You can get the cue ball anywhere near where it is right now. He'd be extremely happy. Maybe come 3 rails and try to bring it back on the same line that it is onto the 8 where it is right now. Don't want to flirt with coming underneath it, obviously. Could even go inside and hold the angle. I like coming 3 rails here. You come play a bit of left. Try to get it to where it's at now. I don't think you can get that close to the 8, but just try to get it on that same line. I'll favor this side so the 9 ball's never in play. Could draw at 2 rails too. I don't. Never a doubt, right? Oh well, he's steep. And a bit of a poor shot there. And a bit of a poor shot there. You gotta deal with the repercussions of that. Don't think maybe he was trying to get on this side of the side pocket to shoot the 8 in the other corner, which is fine. I like a little bit more distance. Stand shooting in the pocket that well he's really shooting at right now. Yeah, I think it was just a bit of a mishit there, a misjudgment. Great shot there. Really good recovery from John, even if he's a little funny on this 9. The 9 ball was not an easy pocket. You don't mind compromising a little bit of shape for a tough shot like that. Make it or miss it. You made a good effort at this rack. A bit of pressure though. You do miss this. You're putting your opponent on the hill. Don't think he's thinking that at this time. Great shot. Really good stroke there. Real confident. I can't tell with John Driver. I've known him a long time. I can't tell. I like to. I can't tell if it's his greatest strength or his greatest weakness because I think we're different players in the sense that I rely a lot on my intuition and my and my ability and my backhand, and he's very deliberate in the way he approaches every shot. I'm curious. I think it works to his benefit. He lines up every shot. He doesn't take anything for granted, but sometimes I think when you get so fundamental based, so deliberate in your approach, sometimes you lose a little bit of that natural. I mean, you've been playing pool a long time, and you subconsciously know how to make every single ball on the table. You've hit every single shot a million times in your life. I think your ability to tap into that subconscious sometimes gets a bit jaded when you tend to overanalyze shots. And that 9 ball there, what I really like to see what he did there. He was deliberate in his approach, just like he always is, but it really looked like he let his backhand loose there. He looked very comfortable over that ball. He really looked like he let his subconscious take over on that stroke. I know I could be stretching a little bit when I say things like that, but from what I saw there, I was particularly impressed with that stroke. Oh, that was a good shot there. The reason he jacked up was to give that 4 a chance and the 1 a chance. Really maximizing it. Had he made the 1, the 2's hanging, maximizing his opportunity. I think his intent was always to make the 4 there, but he was giving the 1 a chance the whole time as well. If the 6 goes in the side, this rack is incredible. Just comes down to that. You want to get on the 3 in a way that you can get on the 6. That's what he's looking at right now. You want to shoot the 3 in a way that you can shoot the 6 on the side. Or no, the 6-8 combo goes. I don't know why I overlooked that. That's there. You can shoot the 6 on the side, or you can shoot a 6-8 combo. Either or. Now that I'm looking at it, I almost prefer the 6-8 combo. It's been a long day. Here's to see if he rolls this to leave the 6 on the side or comes around the table and shoots a 6-8 combo. Either available. If you roll it, you're going to leave a little bit of distance on the 6 on the side, and it's a tight shot like that. Really like that if the 7 doesn't impede his cue. Yeah, it's jacked up a little bit. It's not the worst case scenario. Curious to see how much of the scratch comes into play here. Being jacked up, you really can't play a ton of English, and if you do, you're really compromising losing that 6. He's kind of jacking up a little bit more so he can avoid that scratch. don't think there's I don't think there's an option for a bank shot here with the 6 ball being frozen like it is. I think he's gonna have to might kick at it. It almost looks like he's kicking at it, but curious if he can play safe on this one. Almost skim the top of it and well, no, there's Yeah, I don't have a good angle from here. I'm not gonna call it. I'm just gonna see what he does here. I like kind of a Z pattern with the cue ball coming off of it. But if you double kiss that cue ball at all, that 6 ball hangs right in that corner. If you can clear your cue ball and get your cue ball on you zigzag it, go side rail, and you get it to the right side of our 9 ball, then you make that 6 extremely difficult on that bottom rail. And if it's off the rail, I wouldn't mind. Honestly, I wouldn't mind just rolling up on it. If you got a millimeter there, there's a hair between the rail and the ball. I wouldn't mind rolling up on it because I think you take away that C pattern and make it tough. Just trying to go one rail there. In an attempt to hit the 6 ball full enough to get under the 9, and the full hit on the 6 leaked out in front of the corner pocket. Now this is tough for John Driver here, and he's got a chance. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's the cue ball going? Oh my goodness. I'll be the first one to tell you that is an absolutely brutal roll there. John Eddie did not deserve that. He hit the 6 well. Obviously, you're trying to avoid that. I like to avoid that with a little bit of English, but didn't look like he hit it near hard enough to bring that pocket into play. Really just a bad roll there. That's oh, good out. Well, bit of a gift. Christmas came early in that rack. John Driver at 4. John Eddie at 2. John Eddie, that was a big rack right there. John Eddie had a chance to get on the hill. Now it's a straight race to 2. John Driver's faded that 2-game spot after 6 games. All right, another John Driver break here. Been breaking the balls well. Watch the 4. 4 in the corner. Is the 1 going to track towards the corner as well? It is not. Tough position on the 1. Very common spot for the 1 as well. If you don't make it in the side or hit one of those points, that's pretty common over there at that pace that he played that break. Something I've dealt with for a long time. I haven't quite been able to fade that. I know there's a way around it. Just been too lazy to offset it. Yeah, you know, John Eddie's got a chance to draw this one and clip off the top of the 9 to get on the 2. That is a chance. You don't have to draw it above the 9. You can clip off the top side of it and get on the 2 here. Just like that. That's a pretty good shot. Got the 9 a bit. Kind of came off the 9 a bit thin, so the cue ball came way up table, but happy to have a shot. Very tough shot to judge. Curious to see how that 7-8 lines up. Looked like he almost tried to go into it there. Maybe it doesn't set up well and he was trying to disrupt it. Yeah, 7-8 looks like it's wired dead to the rail. You can disrupt it a little bit on your way to the 6 here. That wouldn't be too bad. Oh, that is brutal. That side pocket has absolutely owned him. That is brutal. Like his idea there. Don't love the pace of playing that with as much pace as he did. He didn't have to hit it that hard. He could have played a little softer, left the 6 on the side, just grazed the 5 on the way up or whatever ball that was. Or the 7 on the way up. Really trying to make a lot happen there. Brought a few pockets into play, playing it at that pace. John should be out from here. 8 to the 9 is extremely easy. You just stop your cue ball right there, getting on the 9. Extremely natural from there. Thank you so much. Yeah, he came over there much more than he intended. It's obviously he had an angle and he wasn't able to stop it where it was. Very funny angle he left himself on this one. He'll be just fine regardless, but it just makes working. I mean, it just made a 99% 9 ball into a much more difficult one. Good shot. Really good shot there. Cheated the pocket. That angle wasn't there. Cheated the pocket to his left side. Able to get back in line. Never taking a shot for granted. That is John's game. Shot. That's going to put him on the hill. Right when it looked like he was dead to rights, looked like John Eddie had a chance to get on the hill. He's flip-flopped it. Now he's on the hill. John Eddie needs 2 more. 4 to 6 race. John Driver on 5. John Eddie on 2.
In the bathroom, Tony. Yeah, right there.
Good chance there. Or good out there, really. Good recovery. This is what I like to see. I think John's break is a good break to model after. If you're struggling with your break with these template racks, this is what they teach you here. Breaking from the side rail. 7 ball in the corner. Trying to control the 1 a little bit. Real good break there. Says a winner side match. Tim's bringing back. He's trying to bring back 8 tomorrow. 12 getting paid. Bringing back 8 tomorrow. Big check. 4-digit number. $1,920. All of these guys want one. I'm personally pretty jealous. I've been trying to get one for a few tournaments now. Closest I've gotten is I think it was fourth, maybe fifth. But oh, he hit that great. Even though he got a little funny on the 2. That's not an easy shot. I like what he did there. He put so much emphasis. He sacrificed a little bit of his position on the 2, just putting so much emphasis on making the 1, knowing that even if he got a little funny on the 2, he can try to manufacture something if it gets too weird on him. Anticipate him being on the hill here. He may be aggressive. Doesn't have to be. I do it. There. It's almost a chance you can get that cue ball. You can shoot the gap between the 3-5. There's almost a chance you can kind of come off the top of the 2, come to the side rail, and get under the 4-6. Oh, what a great shot that was. This is the shot of the rack right here. He gets on this 4. He'll be out of it. 3 to the 4 is the toughest part about this rack the whole way. Oh, yeah, didn't quite dig into that cue ball like he anticipated. I don't know if he was trying to slide that over. He may have tried to slide that all the way over there and just hit that ball a bit too full. He kicks underneath this 4. Watch that 9 ball. That 9 ball is close to the side. I'm not saying it's going to go, but wouldn't be surprised if it's moving after this kick shot if he kicks underneath it. He can kick to the side rail, but I don't see a lot of movement with the 4 ball if you do that. You kick to the 4, you create a little bit of separate. If you kick under the 4, you create separation. Watch the 9 ball. Could be moving here. Oh, what a shot. Oh, he hit it good. Yeah. Pretty natural when you go into a full 4 ball kick there for that 9 ball to be moving. I like what he did there though too. I mean, even him, though the 9 came close, I think he may have preferred that the 4 didn't hit the 9, so he had a chance to get safe or at least create a lot of distance there. Running into the 9, you're always gonna keep the 4 ball closer to the cue ball. We could be looking at a hill match here if he gets 9's obviously natural. Just fine here. Just gotta make it. Down on it quick. Feels good about it. This to go hill. Damn, what a shot. What a shot, John Eddie. John Eddie on 3. John Driver on 5. Yeah, I think John Driver really went the right route there by kicking underneath the 4. It's just Running into that 9 was, oh, you always had the chance to leave that 4 accessible for him. Of course, he really messed up that rack when he didn't get a good look on the 4 from the 3 ball.
Yeah, I know.
A little bit of sportsmanship there, a little handshake. Hill, good luck to you, good luck to you. Something you say in your head, but what the dialogue in, oh, well, it's something you say to your partner, but the dialogue in your head probably can't be repeated on this stream. Hill, here we go. John Eddie going to 4. John Driver going to 6. One game for everything. Pretty good break there. Balls are there. 2 to 3's tough. Not tough, but at least something to negotiate here. Everything's accessible. The 4 does pass the 5 all the way up. It may even go in the side. On the wrong side of this 2, he's going to have to come 3 rails around for the 3. That angle does lay that angle does lay pretty natural. Touch a right to get you there. It's like that. Make the 4 a little bit more difficult. Unless he can hold his angle above the 4. I just roll this in and take the 4 all the way down. Could come up and down. Depends on your angle. I think you can hit full enough to hold it if he chooses to do so. Got. I'd argue he's one really good shot away from getting out of this bracket. Gotta hold this 4 or come back and forth. I like coming back and forth. I don't know. To be honest, you can't hold it. Gotta take a steep angle or come back and forth and try to get yourself a better angle. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. He tried to play a lot of left English there. I don't know if his intention was to come around the table or if he was really scared of that side pocket and felt like he needed that much left. Half a tip of left would have kept you on a flat line to take out that scratch. Chris Hager, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Yeah, John's intention was to get behind the 5-6 there. Bit of a almost two-way in a sense. Had he banked it in, he would have had a look on the 5. He just mishit it a bit. Don't think it was a lack of judgment. I think it was a mishit in the sense that didn't quite get where he was trying to hit it. Oh, is John gonna have a good look at this 4? Oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's better than, I am in Vegas. The more I sit, I had the option. I didn't have to sit in the booth, but the more I sit here, the less money I lose out in Vegas. So, I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit my happy butt down here until I can't anymore. The speed control's very sensitive here. Roll it in and get on 5. Uh, that's okay. You're John Driver, that's okay. John Eddie's got a counter safe. He can kind of come off at his right side of the 4. 4 hits the 4 hits the rail and comes out under the 7, and the cue ball comes down a little bit. And that's a safe opportunity, just like he tried to do there. Misjudged it. Left left the table open for John here. If the scratch is not in the equation, he will take on this 4. Don't think it is. I think you can get to that top rail by about half a diamond. Play a high ball, miss that corner pocket by about a quarter to a half a diamond. Maybe, yeah, if maybe even more. Oh, he's drawing it. Maybe the shot wasn't there. No, that's not a 4-9 is available for John Eddie here. He has a chance to put this away. Hill. Oh no, the 4 passes the 9. If I was John Eddie, I would try to take the 4 past the 9, which looks like he's lining up the 9 here. I do believe the 4 passes the 9 though. I think that's, if you feel good about your game, I think that's the right option here. This shooting the 9, you have the chance to rattle that 9 up. You have a chance to really sell out the rack. It's going for the gusto. 4-9 combo. Hill. Oh, he missed it. I think his percentages of making that 4 were much higher than shooting that 4-9 combo. I really like maybe trying to run out that rack. I've seen enough of his game to know he can run some balls. Well, John Driver's got a good chance here now. 4 shouldn't be a problem. It's just maybe shoot. Really no problems in this rack. He'd just like to get good on the 5, which isn't difficult. It's all controlling your nerves from here. Yeah, it's not what he wanted there. You had a lot of room to come off that rail and leave yourself an angle on the 5. Now he's jacked up. He's forced to put all your focus on making this 5. You don't try to get perfect on the 6. Put all your focus on making this 5. Being jacked up over this 9. Good, great stroke right there. Ah, doesn't love a 6-9 combo. He doesn't want to shoot it, but you have to here. There is no other option. Hate to say it. Yes, John. If you miss this ball, you lose, and if you make it, you win. But you put yourself here when you put yourself in a jacked up situation over the 9 ball. It is what it is. Time to bear down. Time to sack up, grow some stones, and fire this thing in. Oh, how about that? That is so gross. Oh my gosh, John Eddie is absolutely disgusted with that shot, I imagine. I'm just speaking from a pool player's perspective. I promise you, John Driver isn't happy about it either. I mean, a bit relieved, but not happy about it. He's got the perfect angle to stun over. Oh, that is so frustrating as a guy that was supposed to have a look at the table. That's a good shot. Looks like John Driver is going to take this one after the 9. Congratulations, John. Well, I don't want to be too quick to talk here, but we all know what it is. Not sure which match is coming up next. Good shot. Congratulations. Oh, and you know what they say, to win a tournament, you need a little bit of rolls. You need a little bit of luck. You need some rolls. It is what it is. But we life goes on. Oh, John Eddie, you played well, man. You gave one or two away. I think you could have closed it out early, but at the end of the day, sometimes you can't beat a good roll. All right, guys. I am going to stretch my legs for a minute. Oh, look at me. I get a break. Old boss man says I get a break. So I'm gonna stretch my legs for a lot of minutes. And then not sure if we're shutting it. Are we shutting it down or are we going to all right. We're gonna leave it rolling. We're okay, we're gonna leave it rolling, but we get a little bit I get a little bit of break. Um so we see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for tuning in, guys. All right, we are off. We got Philip Salas and Julian Johnson. Julian Johnson going to 5, Philip going to 6. Remember, every 40 points yields a 1-game spot. This will be a good one. This is to get to day 2. I believe both these players are guaranteed 9th through 12th. They're guaranteed their money back, but you don't get a chance of that. This is a loser side match. You don't get a chance of your at that big check, that $1,920 check, unless you make it to day 2. So both of these players have that in their mind. So let's get started. Wow, was that the break? Or did I just I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Real good chance here for Philip. Good layout. As long as you get good on the 5, you have a good chance to get out from here. Not a lot of trouble on the table. Unless it gets steep on the 5. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I don't know if he can hold it or not. I imagine he'll have to come up and down table. Really let up on his stroke. Short-sighted himself. Shooting 6 all the way up. I mentioned it earlier today when we saw him the very first streamed match. He's playing as good as anybody out here. His run-out game was good. Is he gonna get a bit of a roll there? I think he did. Yeah, left him tough. Now Julian's got to work for it. Can't kick it in if he chooses to go the long way. I think I'd do that. Yeah, looks like he's playing a little left. Looks like he's a little wide almost. Yeah. Well, he hit it. That's pretty much where I thought he was gonna hit it. He was a bit wide. Bit of wide of the angle he was aiming. Good, good chance for Philip here. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that 6 ball didn't drop. Now, chance for Julian here. Like I said before, balls are wide open. Just got to get started. One good shot, shape to another. And quite a few people asking about the bracket in the comments. If you like, you can go to Donkey Pool Productions. I know Tim has it posted there. You might have to scroll 2 or 3 posts down, but I know he has it there. You can check it there, or you can go to one of our sponsors, digitalpool.com, search it, 560 and under, or amateur tour or something. I'm sure it'll be one of the ones coming up. It is an active tournament. Well, got a bit of a funny angle on this 8 here. Now he's really got to work for this out. Really the worst case scenario in getting on this 8. It is doable. It is not easy. Yeah, he hit it good. A little bit steep on the 9. Should be all right. Pretty familiar position with where the 9 ball's at now. He's hit this shot a lot in his life, I promise you. If he's a He's played racks of 9-ball in his life. He is not an uncommon spot for it. Hit it good. Going up 1-0. Julian. Philip had a couple good chances there. Didn't quite close it out. You can't quite see it. Can't quite see it over. Oh my goodness. Tim, am I reading that right? Scott Bush came back. I mean, am I reading that right? Scott Bush came back 5-4 when he was down like I don't remember how much. Wow. He was down 2-4 and now it's 5-4. Oh, yeah, yeah. Wow. What a comeback. So we already got our, well, I guess I can read it off since I'm here. Yep. Yep. So players coming back tomorrow already. Uh, oh wow. Oh well, looks like Tony won that one. Scott Bush is out of the tournament. Apologize for that. A lot going on. We got all loser side matches going on now. Tomorrow we have some good winner side matches. We got 4 on the winner side left. We got John Driver, 552 against Patrick Spear, a 528. And then also on the winner side, you have Christopher Baginski, also known as Bags, and Al Barlow, 536. So you have that to look forward to on the top side. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 matches on the back side here.
Tony, stay there.
I believe the winner of these matches will make it to tomorrow. Everybody left is still in the money, or will make money. So that being said, well, nobody really wants to lose at this point in the tournament. At this point in the tournament, you're really just getting your money back if you lose. Last 4 matches of the night. Yeah, this will be the last match on the live stream. We got 4 matches going on right now to get to tomorrow. Got a pretty exciting match right next to us. We got Bob Farrell and Chris Dominguez. You can't see it on stream, but they're just to our right. They're playing. They're also playing. Loser makes 9th through 12th. They're getting paid. They're getting their entry fee money back if they lose. Winner comes back tomorrow. Chris has done a pretty good job. I haven't quite tracked where Bob is in the bracket. I know Chris has done a good job. He lost maybe his first match, if not his second, and made it thus far. So really battling it out. Love to see that. And meanwhile, Philip's got a Relatively routine cleanup here. Just got to make the 6. Shot there. Bit of distance there that he was comfortable. I mean, been comfortable if it's a little closer, but should be just fine now. Yeah. Little friendly bump on the 9. Left it a bit straighter. These ones are, even though he's heavy favorite to make these ones are a little trickier than they look. If you keep on the rail, a little bit of pressure involved. Opponent just won the first one. Tend to think about that one a little bit. Hit it well. Good break there. Made a ball. Look on the 1. Oh, that's tight in the side. May have to shoot it all the way down. Who is commentating? My name's Justin Ray. I'm a rail beater just like everybody else in this tournament. They are. You still watching from the Philippines, brother? Oh, thanks, Brian. Appreciate you, bro. Sound is fading in and out. Well, I'll turn it up a little bit. Let me know if you have issues. I'm not quite the tech guy. I just do what they tell me. I just talk, but I'll do what I can. Phillips in a pretty good spot. Wonder if the 6 passes the 9. That might come into the equation. Otherwise, if he gets down to it and the 6 doesn't pass the 9, he may opt to take a 6-9 carom later on, or maybe a safe. But I do anticipate that he'll at least get that close to it. You shoot the 1, the 1, 2, 3 is relatively simple. 4, 5's close. I got a little steep on the 2. He'll come back and forth for the 3 here. Good shot. That 7 was always in the way coming that way. I'd like to play a little English to avoid that. Maybe just a lack of judgment there. I don't know if he anticipated coming under or over that 7, but bit of lack of judgment there. Yeah, that's all a result. Even though he didn't make that 3, you really got to attribute that miss to the bad shape he got on the 3. Running into that 7. Really blew shape there. You can go all the way down or in the side here, either or yields the same results. Shot. On top of that, looks like Philip freed up that 6-9, making it a bit more accessible. Hardest part about this wreck, looks like he's got a pretty good angle on the 5 to get to the 6. Hardest part about this looks like the 7 and the 9. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. This cue ball might wanna. Yeah, I left it a little tough. This cue ball really wants to come into the 9 here. Which may not be the worst thing if you can still get on the 7. If you nudge it off that rail, the 7 and the 9 becomes easier. You just don't want that 9 ball in your life getting on the 7. A little awkward here. He should be just fine. Not a significant cut. Oh, thank you, JR. I appreciate you, man. I'd say I missed you down here, but after that waxing you put on me the last time I played you, I'm happy to see you gone, to be honest with you. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Have a good one. Oh my gosh, that was devastating. He's trying to hold it, kind of trying to draw it a little bit and push through that ball, going in the corner pocket. Really trying to draw that ball. All right, looks like Philip going up 2-1. Remember, Julian's only going to 5. Philip's faded that 1 game spot so far. Ah, nothing doing there. No balls on the break. Oh, it almost, by his body language, it almost seemed like he was trying to come off the side of that 9 and maybe give it a chance to go in, but you knew you had a chance of losing your cue ball if you did that. Maybe he was trying to miss it, but really felt like he was leaving a lot of that up to chance. Now this is the tough spot for Philip. I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe just make that 9 and force him to run it out unless he feels really good about making the 2. Yeah, he's just gonna make the 9. Yeah. It's a tough decision because Julian's been shooting well to make it this far in the tournament. He can make it. He can run these out. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of swallowing your pride and just living another day, giving yourself a chance to see the table again, because you absolutely will not see the table again if you miss that too. Don't mind the decision there, but it's really a tough spot. 3, 4, 5, 6. These balls lay pretty good. 5 to the 6 actually sits really well if you get pretty full on the 5. Well, no, you probably have an angle on it. See what he does. Let's go Filthy Phil. I think filthy is an understatement. Little funny on the 6 here. I'd like to see Julian take a little time here. There's a couple different options here. You can play safe. Can't cut it in the side. Feeling extra frisky. You can shoot it in the corner. I almost like a safe here if the shot calls for it. I don't see a great angle. Might have a bit of a two-way if you shoot it in the corner. Playing a little bit of left, get it out to the center of the table off of 2 rails, just like that. Yeah, that was the risk. You leave it hanging, you almost always leave a shot. I tell everyone I play with it's tough to safe a hanger. Great shot there. Really good shot. How's the speed? Now is the 8 past the 9? I think it does. He gave me a little look. A little sarcastic. That's kind of funny. Looks like it goes. It's a good shot there. He'd like his cue ball to be off the rail a little bit, but he seems to be feeling his own right now. Yeah. Kind of a gimme for a gimme. Julian gave him one. Phillips gave him one right back. And it kind of hurt that the cue ball was on the rail there, but Philip will tell you his favorite to make that shot. Starting to come down to it. It's not a factor that we've been playing pool. I mean, I personally got here around 9:30 a.m., 9:45 a.m. maybe. Most of these players have got here around the same time. Well, we're looking at a good 10 hours of playing pool. Obviously, a little bit of break in between, but you don't think it takes takes a lot out of you physically and more so mentally. No, you're wrong. These tournaments are tough. These long 2-day tournaments. Looks like they're going to take a quick 2-minute restroom break. They'll be back in a second. Well, they're gone. I guess I can do my homework. So, once again, I'd like to thank Griff's. If you haven't been here, you gotta be here. You gotta put it on your bucket list. It's one of my favorite pool halls. Love coming here. Every time I'm in Vegas, I gotta stop by here. And sometimes you might get lucky and see some pros that stop by. A lot of big action going on. Thank you, Griff's, for adding $1,000 to the tournament. This is the 560 and under amateur tour. And then we'd also like to thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank Qualtech. That's John Sanchez and Arizona Digital Pool. The reason it's made all of this possible, made all of our lives better. Paradise Patio. Southwest Billiards. I believe that's Justice Turner. Thank you. Mike Gwynn, Realty One. Everybody loves Mike. If you're from Arizona, you know him. And if you don't like him, well, I gotta question your integrity. Now, above all mindset and off the rail apparel. Thanks everyone. You guys are the reason that this is happening. And we really appreciate everything you guys do. Meanwhile, Julian with a monster break. 3 balls down. Not the first time we've seen 3 balls down on a break, but if he's got a good look at making this one, he's got a chance to get out of this wreck. I don't, it's crazy to say, but we're playing 9 ball on these bar boxes with this template rack. We haven't seen a ton of break and runs. Maybe a couple, but not to my immediate recollection. How many players are there? There was 42 players in the tournament. We got 12 left. These final four these final four tables, the losers are going to finish 9th through 12th. They will be getting their entry fee money back, and the remainder are going to come back tomorrow, all competing for that big check, just under 2 grand. You'll see it tomorrow. I'm sure Tim will post it in the background. But winner's making $1,920. Makes it worth the trip out here in Vegas. Julian's off to a pretty good start here. If you make this 6, he's off to a great start. Could put him at 3-2, and he's only going to 5. Yeah, Phillips. Phillips really starting to dwell on that 9 ball that he missed earlier. Difference between 3-2 and, I mean, gosh, I hate to sound like a broken record, but the difference between 3-2 and 2-3 the other way is huge, especially when you're spotting a guy a game. Julian to break it from the side rail. Yeah, I might want to point out. So he kind of played with the closed. He played with a closed bridge from the side rail, but he kind of elevated his cue a little bit. I don't know if that may have contributed to why he missed that wing ball. Really popped it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Left him a look at this. I anticipate he's going to take on this one ball. Pretty thin. Oh, left the door back. Okay. Of our 42 players, I just got word of our 42 players. We had 6 ladies playing the tournament. Um, Tim does a pretty cool thing where we award $50 to the top lady in this tournament. The way it kind of worked out is Jamie Haggerty and Simone Husky finished 13th through 16th. They tied kind of in the standings. They both split that $50, I believe. So congratulations to them. Oh, thanks, Randy. It's just me today, man. Oh, Peter. Well, who knows what Peter's doing? Peter does Peter things. No, I was just kidding. No, he said he couldn't travel this week, but I appreciate you, bro. Oh, I just looked over at the other table. Chris Dominguez tried to kick at a 2 ball off of 2 rails, and he missed it, and it went off of 3 other rails, and it came back and hit it. Oh, Philip is a savage. Went right after that. Well, he was trying to make them both, but his eyes were on that 9 ball. Made an early 9 there. Looks like. Well, double check the score here. I think 3-3. Yep, 3-3. Julian going to 5. Philip going to 6. Philip needing 3. Julian needing 2 more. Oh, I am. Tim's right behind me, so he can probably hear me. I am gonna get with Tim and tell him to tell Philip to work on his break for 10 seconds because he hasn't been making balls on the break very consistently from that center spot. He's making a ball on the break maybe 40% of the time. Oh, well, the 9 winded up in a position where it's difficult to make it off of the 1. Thank God it didn't hang for him. It's obviously grateful about that. Uh, see what Julian comes up with here. I don't know if he has the option to be aggressive. I don't think the bank is there past the 6. I think that's a bit of a two-way if you choose to go that way, but I don't think it passes the 6. I think we'll see what he comes up with. He's down on it pretty quick. Oh, that's a good shot there. Had a good wall of balls. The 3-5-6 offering a big wall of balls to play safe behind, and the 1 got on the 2. Really a really good pace. Appreciate you, Eric. Thank you, man. Calling Tim over to watch the shot. This is where you accidentally drop a five out of your back pocket, telling me drop something. Curious to see if the two goes. He's taking a look. He's taking a look at it. Gosh, it really doesn't look like it goes from here, but like looking at the table, it doesn't look like it goes. If you look at the camera, it looks like it has a little bit more room. I try to use both. I'm usually wrong on both as well. Good shot. 7 and the 9. I mean, the 7 and the 9 pose an issue for sure. Maybe you can use the 4 to break it out. You get really good on the 4, you can use the 4 to break it out. And, well, see what he does. He's pretty steep on this 4. I think he's taken the 7-9 breakout out of the equation now with where he left it. Gotta find another way to figure that solution out. I don't mind coming at it right now either. I mean, I just could you don't want to go 3 rails behind it. You could get in trouble, but if you come maybe 2 rails at it, you always have a look at the 6. This is my thought process. You come behind it, you could run into trouble. Put the 5 in the side. He might be thin enough to 1 rail it. I'm not sure. Angles are deceiving from over here, but looks like he's going. Didn't quite get there on that shot. Didn't get there. And Phillips got to figure it out. The 7 is the key to this rack. Can't tell by the camera. The 7-9 is not wired all the way up there. It's gotta bank it. You gotta try, and you gotta either bank it or try and play safe on it. I'd argue the 7 is the key. I mean, obviously, the person to make the 7 in this rack is heavy favorite to win this rack. This is where we're gonna see what Philip has in mind here. He's got kind of a funny angle. And maybe he's thin enough to come and run into it. I'm not sure if Sounds crazy, but he might be so thin on the 6. No, I don't think he's bringing the double kiss. I mean, the double kiss into the equation. I think let's see. Yeah, no, he was fuller on that. Oh, is he going to get a roll? He is not. 6 hanging, 7 hanging, 9 available. Julian's got a good chance to get on the hill from here. I have to cut that 6 a little bit. Don't think it's a problem. Oh, it is a problem. Wow. And didn't know that point kind of stuck out that much. He really had to cut that 6. Really misinterpreted that situation. I thought it was almost hanging. You really. Well, Philip looks real good from here. Really get anywhere on this 9. As long as you're not on it, I guess. Good shot. Even being above it. Personally don't mind this angle one bit. I like being above it. If you're a pool player, the 9 ball has been there a lot, and you're very, very comfortable with the shot. And that'll do it. Race to 2 from here. Philip going to 6, Julian going to 5. If I haven't mentioned that 742 times. I just know I see the viewers coming up and down and up and down.
Well,
Oh no, man, I'm having a good time. Oh, Chris Dominguez is out of the tournament. My road dog. Got a pretty good match going on here. Race to 2. Julian really had a good chance to put himself on the hill there. Pretty good safe there. His he can't see an edge of the one. I'm kind of looking down the barrel of this. I think he can. Maybe he can. I'm not on his side. It's always different when you're behind the ball versus being in front of it, but I do believe he can see the edge of the one. Yeah, he could see much more of it than I thought. Good shot there. Philip can see an edge. He'll hit an edge. I don't think he can. He may have to kick at it. Oh, he needs to hit a rail. Doesn't look like he got there.
That's got one good.
Well, let's see what kind of angle he's got on to get on the 3. I almost don't mind shooting it with a rail and going all the way down where the 9 is. Kind of punch it all the way up. Shooting the 3 in the side. Because you had the option to kind of shoot to the side rail and then all the way up near the 9. Almost perpendicular to where that ball was there.
Side pocket.
Kind of in a tough spot here. I'll let this cue ball loose a little bit if he chooses to go in the corner. Once again, this will be the last match tonight. We will be down to the final 8. Tim's bringing back 8 tomorrow. Match is starting at 9:30 a.m. At least I believe they are. To double check to confirm, but I believe the match is starting at 9:30. Final 8 tomorrow. One of the okay. Yeah, I got confirmation from Tim. Yes. I'm not forecasting anything, but John Driver and Chris Baginski played Scotch doubles in the Arizona 1100 and under Scotch doubles tournament, state tournament. And if they both win their matches tomorrow, they could play each other. That would be a lot of fun to watch. That would be for the hot seat, so that would be fun. Julian really has a good chance here. He's got a little work out there, but if he gets out of this rack, that well, that'll put him on the hill, I think. Oh, that is a brutal roll, trying to come into it with a high ball, hitting it square and getting right behind the 7. Obviously, there's risk involved when you're trying to break out balls, but can't help but feel sorry for yourself when it doesn't work your way. Now Phillips in a pretty good spot here. Just got to get good on the 8. Well, not even that. I mean, you can come up and down. You'd like to be fuller on the 8. Yeah, I wouldn't even worry about that at this point. Look at the 7. Well, the best way to get from the 7 to the 8, personally like a little bit of angle, kind of coming side rail to side rail, but looks like he's coming straight in line with the 7, maybe trying for a straight draw back. Yeah, he's a little steep there. He's gonna have to come up and down with that one. Maybe even a couple of times, depending on how steep he is. Very steep on this ball. Oh, he hit it great. Hit it really good. That's a good shot from Philip there. Looks like if the score is correct, that's gonna put Philip on the hill. Remember, Julian's getting a game. Julian going to 5, Philip going to 6. Philip at 5. Julian had a couple chances to really put Philip away early. He's dropped the ball a little bit, but doesn't mean he's not in this match. He's one game away from making this hill. Oh, look at that. So we got over there John Eddy and Tony Usick are playing each other. They're hill. The winner of that makes it to tomorrow as well. Remember, all the losers of these matches will win 9th through 12th, get their money back from the tournament, and the winners will go on to fight another day tomorrow. Keep you updated as that goes. Tony Usick and John Eddy. Just saw John Eddy over here with John Driver. That was a good matchup there. John Driver had a bit of a fortuitous role to keep his fortune going on the top side, but we all need a little bit of that to win tournaments like these. Ah, is he gonna hook himself, or oh, did he find a gap? Try to keep you updated over there with Tony and John. 5-6 may pose a problem over there on Tony and John, but Tony looks like he's running out. Oh no, he played a bit of a two-way save. Not sure how that went. I'll get back with you on that. Here's to see how much of this one ball Philip can see here. Left it tough. Yeah, there Tony and John are getting into a bit of a safety battle. I'll keep you guys updated. Meanwhile, Philip and Julian are in well, Julian's really in a tough spot here. Side pocket plays really big from this angle. Being on the rail, he can't really manipulate his cue ball too much with English, so he's forced to be a bit creative. Let's see what he comes up with. Ah, well, I think Philip's instinct is to rifle this one into the 9 and let that 9 maybe fly around the table a little bit, give himself a chance to win. That's all of our natural instincts before we think through it. Yeah, seems like that was the intention there. Four poses a pretty big problem here. He'd like to maybe come into it and create something, but coming into it, you risk maybe hooking yourself. A lot of cheat in this pocket. I think he can get above the 4 if he chooses to go that way. Looks like he's drawn above it. Yeah, he's going to be forced to leave himself quite a bit of an angle on the 5. Not too bad. Like to get somewhere to the center of the table. Not necessarily center of the table, but well, we'll see what kind of English he plays here. I can't see what kind of angle he's got on this 4. Yeah, he left the door open for Julian here. The balls are there. Kind of interested what he was going for there. I wonder if he was maybe just going for a look or trying to shoot it in the corner. He hit that ball real thin with a ton of pace. Maybe just prioritizing a look on the 5. I'm not sure. We're getting to where he did. Tony won. All right, looks like Tony won over there against John Eddie. So Tony will be coming back tomorrow. Tony Usyk. Good match. I'm sorry I looked away for a little bit while they're getting into their safety battle. Yeah, tough spot here, Phillips in. Flip the 8 on the way in. Yeah, another good look for Julian here to make it hill. Just gotta run these 5 balls out. Balls really don't lay too bad. It's just the nerves of the situation are the only thing that can work against you here. I like to think. Pretty good speed there. Oh, good shot. Don't want to get too close to the. Yeah, worked out. Got a good chance. Oh, wow. Bit of a double hit on the 8. It did look funny. Really good sportsmanship from Julian. They're on the backside. He knew he was gonna get knocked out but that was really cool to see. I did recognize it. The cue ball kind of almost traveled faster than the 8. Went over and shook his hand off a double hit. Well, congratulations, Philip, making it to day 2. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. We will be back 9:30 tomorrow morning. Thank you, Griff's adding $1,000 and creating a venue for this event. All right, give me 1 sec. Yeah. No, we want to put extra emphasis on the sportsmanship from Julian there. I mean, that's so cool. It was he didn't. We've all played players that don't call that out, and he knew what it was. Really, really cool. But we'd like to once again thank Griffs. Thanks for hosting the event. Thanks for adding $1,000. We'd like to go through our sponsors real quick. Qual Tech, John Sanchez out in Arizona. Digital Pool, making all our lives easier. Paradise Patio, Southwest Billiards, Mike Gwynn Realty One, Above All Mindset, and Off the Rail Apparel. Thank you guys for making this possible. I'm about to shut this down, and we will see you guys tomorrow to see who wins that $1,900 check. Thanks, guys. Bye.